and we knew what we were going for.
Yeah.
How'd you end up on that page? What brought you back?
Well, yeah, I often quote The Godfather. You know, I just when I'm out, they pull me back in. No, it actually happened with some reunion shows that we did in 2005 in Europe, which went great. And at that point, we'd been talking about it for a while, but we just never had the right opportunity. And then it was this European tour, starting in Eindhoven, which coincidentally was where we did our first European show ever. It was the same promoter. Dynamo, yeah. So that started it, and it went so well. There was no question we were gonna keep playing, but not maybe not full time, but whenever we could, we'll do some shows here and there. And as we did the shows, it felt like a new band, and it felt like a current project, because there were all these younger metal fans that were suddenly coming out of the woodwork that had never seen us before. Other bands that were influenced by us started paying respects. Some of them really huge bands, and it just started coming together. And we sounded better, and it was just this building process. And there was no talk of an album for at least a year. And then once we started talking about an album, we took our time just getting to that point where it felt ready. And so I think just the fact that it happened naturally and it was just a very kind of slow, organic process is what brought me back.
Did you guys have to sit down and have like the long distance relationship talk?
No.
How are we gonna make this work?
Well, we were stuck on a label
You're gonna have to
that
call me regularly.
We were stuck on a label that we weren't happy with, and we didn't want to give them a new record. So we did a live record first, tested the waters there. Then Alex did First Strike Still Deadly, and that kind of brought the first step into, let's do some recording. And then as things progressed, we got onto Nuclear Blast, and at that point it was like, okay, now's the time. We got a label that's going to believe in it, put some money behind it, back this project up, because if we would have did this record and gave them to the old label, a lot of things probably wouldn't have happened that have happened.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
right
worked.
now.
The record, obviously, I'm glad it feels like a good record. Everybody thinks it's a good record, but it could be, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. If it's not being worked, and it has a bad label behind it, or a dysfunctional label behind it, it's not going to do any good. And fortunately, this record has, great people behind it. And the label is just, we're doing what it's supposed to do, which is beyond.
So, Formation of Damnation, you guys have More Than Meets the Eye. The video is in the can. Is it?
Well,
released?
it's in a can. It's not in the can.
Not the can it's supposed to be.
We've had some problems. The first director didn't come through with what we thought we were going to get, so we went to another person to edit it, and turns out he ended up with terminal cancer and had a few months to live, and so we're waiting to get it back from him now, and then it's going to a third person to start working on it. And
this guy's working in the last weeks of his life on your video?
Well, no, we told him no. We don't.
Yeah, please.
Even if you want to.
He just found out as he got the tapes and started working. Mm-hmm. They found out and told him 6 months, and then now they told him 2 months, and so we're like, no, you're not working on it. Just send him back and
take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself, and just
So the video hasn't gone as smoothly as
the album did.
As everything else. Yeah, the tours have gone great. The album has gone great. The videos.
Because I know Henchman, you guys were gonna record or were gonna film, and then you had to put that off. So is that still in the works?
Yeah, we've got plans. We thought we'd be ahead. The first one would be out, and we'd be planning the second one. Now we're still got to just kind of wrap up the first one. It'll happen. I mean, it's all depends now when a window is with Alex to get it done.
How many other things are you doing right now?
Well, that was part of the long distance relationship thing. Yeah, I'm going to see other bands. Well, yeah, I've had my own trio for a few years now. We have 3 albums out, and I'm touring. I'm actually doing a tour with that next week.
Next week?
Seriously. Yeah, as soon as I get back.
Because you're the only one in the band who's not even home now.
Right.
Everybody else is already home and off tour.
It's true. It's true. But like the trio, I'm pretty much in control of, so it's worked out well. It's been easy to coordinate the schedule around around Testament. But I've also been with the Trans-Siberian Orchestra for several years now, and that's always the same time of year every year. So that's it. And I mean the good news is it's a big, very successful project. The bad news is that as it's successful, it takes up a chunk of time. Mm-hmm. So that's a little bit of a challenge to work around, but we're working around that.
So that's going to be the holidays?
Yeah, so it's always the end of the year, which isn't the busiest time for Testament anyway. Like the main time for Testament is the summer, festivals, stuff like this.
Well, with the album doing so well, and I'm kind of seeing a lot of stuff still for you guys to do in the next year. I mean, is there going to be like another tour scheduled, obviously after you got your two things going, and then?
Yeah, I mean, actually, we've got some dates after we come back from Australia, Japan. We're going straight to an American tour on the East Coast. And
who's that one?
Right now, I think Soylent Green's on it, and we're still waiting to see who else. I'm hoping Death Angel, but
There's one show in New York with Children of Bodom.
Sweet.
At the Hammerstein Ballroom, which we've never played, which is exciting.
And then we're still figuring out budgets to do some shows with Priest in Mexico. So that'd be great. And then one show in New Zealand without Alex. And I think Glenn's going to be playing the show with us. Glenn Drover.
You announced that? Yeah.
I mean, he's going to be...
It looks that way.
Yeah.
It looks like, it'll be Glenn Drover. But I totally support it. I think he's a great guitar player. And he's ready to do it.
You don't get jealous or anything? Like, New Zealand.
No, I'm jealous because he already went.
I
didn't get to go yet.
I just did a guitar festival with my trio. And,
well, there you go.
And Joe Satriani and Ulrich Roth, yeah, so...
Damn.
So I'm jealous. He went already.
I need a vacation. I don't go anywhere.
And we get to go to Australia.
Yeah.
And I'll be in Australia with these guys next month.
So the two videos eventually, and spring.
Yeah, I mean
are
while Alex is busy on the orchestra, me and Eric and Paul are going to get a jump on some new songs. Mm-hmm. It seemed to work last time, that window. So we're going to do the same thing, but we're not going to release a record yet. We're going to still tour this one next year.
This one just came out.
So I could see recording end of next year again.
Yeah, that's
the record.
Yeah,
but we should have a lot of songs. Good head start now.
Exactly.
Yeah. So next year we'll just kind of wrap it up. So. Yeah.
How does it feel to have just this incredible sense of maturity and forward planning? And I mean, because that's
it's unusual for us.
Yeah, we didn't always have that. It didn't come naturally.
Shocked.
Well, it's because of the record. We got new booking agents, American and European one, that are top-notch people that obviously want to keep us busy, and we've learned that plan out way ahead. So it's actually works bad. We'd love it too. We'd love to have our plans, for the year laid out.
Because if you guys are working on new material in January but not recording it until the following January, have you ever had songs to kick around for a year like that?
Well, I mean, a lot of the songs on this record were some stuff off the Demonic record and some stuff off the Gathering record that never made it on the record. They were just a bunch of ideas and riffs and patterns
that were like reshaped for this record.
Is there more floating around from?
Eric's always got tons of stuff, but he'll steal off himself again, I'm sure, in some sort of way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stuff gonna work its way into maybe a headline set?
Well, that's the plan next year. Everything we did this year is a setup. This is a great tour, obviously, for us to get across the country, to play in front of some people that, we haven't been on a proper American tour in a long time. So this was a good setup for us. We've seen a lot of fans, everywhere we go. When you play in a headline set, because we only get 30 minutes out here, so when are you going to be able to see you play all of your songs? So that's our plan for next year, is to put a good package together, which is something we haven't really did either. We would just go out by ourselves and use local acts.
It's a building process, but this tour obviously was great for reaching new people.
This was just great.
Yeah, putting us back out there on the map, in a big way. And our job is to kick things off and warm things up.